iPhone 11 Pro, and you can tell it's a Pro because it has this big square with 3 lenses on it and a matte finish. Now, those are the first things you'll notice about it, but what's important about it is what it can do and what's inside. So let's check it out. So I said I wanted to move on from the matte finish right away, but I actually don't, because it's really nice. It feels much better. Now, this is a new kind of glass that Apple says is more durable, and it seamlessly goes into that camera bump. It's all one piece of glass, which should help with its durability. The other thing that you'll see on the outside is a new Super Retina XDR display. Now, what does all that mean? Well, it means that it can get even brighter. It can get up to 1200 nits, and it has a 2,000,000:1 contrast ratio. But I think most importantly for me, and maybe for you, is that it's 15% more battery efficient, so it should help your battery last longer. Apple says that the 11 Pro gets 4 hours more than the iPhone XS, while the 11 Pro Max can get up to 5 hours more than the iPhone XS Max. Now, the other reason that this should be more efficient is it has the new A13 Bionic processor. It is, of course, faster than the last processor, and Apple says that it has the most powerful GPU or CPU ever on a smartphone. And you know what? That's not that much of a surprise. It's not like anything was catching up to the A12 in the first place, but this is definitely doing a pretty good job rendering a web page really, really fast. Now, the most important thing to talk about is the cameras. There is a telephoto, the standard wide angle, and now an ultra wide. There's 3 there. They're all 12 megapixels, and they can all basically record the same quality video and take basically the same quality photos. So not a single one of them is the worse quality than the others overall. So if we look inside the camera app, actually, weirdly, my favorite thing is this new redesigned camera app. So when you're in the standard 1X mode, the viewfinder fills the whole screen, which looks cool, but also it lets you know the mode of photo you're taking without having to see a little button. You can go to the wide and it zooms in, or we can go all the way in with the telephoto. Or like on a Samsung, you can drag your finger, and as you drag your finger, you can see it also shows you the millimeters. So if you actually speak like a camera person, you understand that the 2X is a 52 millimeter equivalent, the wide is a 26 millimeter equivalent, and then the ultra wide is a 13 millimeter equivalent. Now, the selfie camera is also better now. It is a 12 megapixel camera, and it has a standard wide, or it zooms in, so you can choose whether you want the wide angle or not, but it is still a single lens. Speaking of the selfie camera, up here there's also, of course, Face ID. Apple says it's faster, but it also says that it works better at multiple angles, so you won't have to pick up the phone and look at it with a bunch of attention. It might work when you're just on your desk and you glance at it. Now, there are some other features in the camera we're talking about. One thing that isn't here yet is night mode, which will be hopefully an equivalent to what the Google Pixel is doing, or theoretically better. You also have this new quick capture feature, so instead of just taking a photo, I can hold my finger down and it'll start recording a video there, which is really nice. It works basically the way that, like, I don't know, Instagram works, which I much prefer that. The other thing that it's doing is a whole lot more machine learning. So if we take a photo here, they're doing a lot of analysis of what's in the photo, which will theoretically allow it to pick up things like they showed, like sweater grain and so on. I have no idea if it's actually happening here, but for certain scenes, they're doing a lot more neural analysis and machine learning on the photo itself to improve its quality. Now, there are a few other odds and ends to talk about. It comes in a new midnight green color, which hopefully we're going to go see, and I deeply love the midnight green color. Like, way too much. It no longer has like the haptic 3D touch. You sort of do long presses instead to do that, and I don't miss that at all. It still uses a lightning port, wah wah, but it comes with an 18-watt charger in the box, finally, and that 18-watt charger uses USB-C, finally. So, you know, baby steps, we're getting there. So that's exciting. So this iPhone 11 Pro starts at $999. The iPhone 11 Pro Max starts at $1099. You can get different storage options to bring the Pro Max all the way up to, I think, $1,450. Pre-orders start on September 13th, and they start shipping on September 20th, so really quick.